And hello, sweeties.
It's about time, bitch.
My name is Miss Tyffanie Morgan.
Rowena Whey. It's Joy.
What's going on here?
Just a whole lot of celebrity.
Pause for applause. Oh my gosh!
Oh my god, hello, hello, hello.
Hello, sweet peas. Hello, sweet peas.
Hello, sweet peas.
Oh, Rowena, you're looking so fashionable right now.
Thank you. I had no idea what to wear, and I had no idea what wig to put on, so I'm wearing a hat and a trench coat, because apparently I own like 5 trench coats.
I didn't know you. I had no idea about the trench coats.
Yeah.
It's a lovely silver lame kind of trench coat right now.
Yes, it's very Spy Who Shagged Me.
And like I said to you earlier, your makeup is kind of giving me like I don't know why it's giving me a Tina Burner, but because Tina Burner was always
nothing like Tina Burner, but
I know she never had the smoky eyes. Maybe it's just how it looks like your face is like, you know, higher cheekbones or something. I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know. But anyways, yeah, I did weird makeup and I threw on some clothes.
And I decided to get...
And I was like, it doesn't work, so this is what I went with.
And I decided to get up off the couch and put on my pink shirt because it was the International Day of Pink this last week.
I thought that was on Wednesday.
That was on Wednesday, yeah, exactly. April 14th, so...
Yes, but
here's to
Friday.
stopping cyberbullying.
Stopping cyberbullying. Exactly what we do on this show.
Stop cyberbullying me, Rowena!
I can't. It's just so easy.
That is rude. That is terribly rude.
I know.
But
oh, well.
what can I expect from a co-host? So, you're listening to What's the Maple Tea?
Right. Yeah, this is What's the Maple Tea. It's the podcast, live broadcast podcast, where we talk about Drag Race and all the other drag races and Kingston Drag and clearly just anything we want to. Because...
yeah. It's not scripted. Not scripted.
And who's going to stop us? I mean, come on. They tried to stop you singing, and that just made you sing more.
It did make me sing more. Although I haven't warmed up the vocal cords yet today.
Oh, okay.
The hills are alive with the sound of music. Okay, there we go. No, that was not good. That was not good.
That was not good. No, that was a choice.
Mm-mm. Oh my gosh. Mm-hmm. So, Rowena, do you want to get into it then?
Let's get into it.
Let's get into it, because we've been following along season 13 RuPaul's Drag Race forever and a day, and I don't think we're almost done, and I think a few people want us to be done, but I'm so invested in it still. I'm bored of it, but I'm still invested. Is that an oxymoron?
I'm still invested, but at this point, I really don't care who wins except for one person. So at this point, like I've had a good season. We've had a good season, and I'm kind of just ready for it to be done so I can see some new queens.
Well, and maybe we can talk about the upcoming shows after season 13 because there's a lot of other programs going to be going out there in the world, and we're
There
going to be able
are
to see drag from across the world. One of them being a big
all
one is
world.
an English speaking country, which mimics the USA quite a bit, which is Australia.
Wait, they mimic the USA? What are you talking about?
Oh my God, girl.
Hey, right now they're beating the USA. They have parties and Mardi Gras and all that stuff, and no one's dying.
Well, yeah, Australia is very interesting when you I've never been. I've never let's just say I've never been to Australia. The closest I've been was in Bali, and I would turn on the TV and the only TV you would get is Australian news and stuff like that. So it was really interesting getting that aspect. But also talking to friends and them sharing stories and stuff.
Hmm.
Australia is an interesting culture because they were really about public health. During COVID,
Hmm.
they shut down borders between the different states, even limited travel, which I think is probably a really great mechanism for public health.
Well, you'll get
Um,
to experience that now because Ontario just did the same thing.
what?
Oh, yeah,
We're at stay at
Ontario,
home.
as of today, no, Ontario, as of today, just announced that people coming in from Quebec and Montreal for non essential reasons will be turned back. Sorry, Quebec and Manitoba, not Montreal.
What?
Yeah.
That seems a bit harsh and
Uh,
unnecessary because we're the biggest outbreak, aren't we?
well, I mean, they're trying to prevent more from coming in, I guess. I'm not entirely sure, but that just happened. So, um,
Wow, I'm out of the loop. Thank you, Rowena. I'm
oh,
totally
thank you
out
for
of the
doing it.
loop.
Yes, this is your public broadcast speaking, your daily COVID announcement.
But when it comes to Australia, though, too, so they have that dynamic, but they're very like Republican-y kind of conservative,
Hmm.
politics and stuff like that, um, which is just like weird. But then they have Mardi Gras, which is a really big gay festival in Sydney, and
Yeah.
yeah, so
Speaking
it'll
of
be interesting to
Australia,
see.
speaking of Australia, I just started sewing an outfit inspired by Kylie Minogue. I'm very excited. I should be done it this weekend, so
I can't get you out of my head.
that's the song that everybody knows.
uh, well, yeah. Oh my God, when that song first came out in the nightclubs when I was young,
How old were you going to say? What was that age you were going to say?
I have no idea how old was I when that first came
This is the
out.
maple T. You're supposed to speak the T, not withhold the T.
I don't know. When did it come out? Early 2000s, right? I
I
think
want
it
to
came
say
out.
early 2000s. I was in elementary school.
So I would have been at the bars and the nightclubs. I think I would have been probably 21 or 22 or
When
something.
Kingston still had a gay bar.
Yes, there was a gay bar. Yes, it was
Hmm.
called Wally's at the time. At that point, or well, 477 might have been still open. But yeah, anyway, it was
Anyways,
fun. It
we
was
we go on
fun.
another tangent. We go on another
Yeah,
tangent
yeah,
every
yeah.
day. So
So we'll see.
this
We'll see
week,
drag queens around the world
yes, we'll get to see
this
drag
week.
queens from Australia, Spain, UK, probably more Netherlands as well, Thailand. It'll be great. It'll be great.
Yeah, I'll be watching the Australia one because I'll be able to understand their language. So
See, I loved the Netherlands one because, like, although I did have to read subtitles the entire time because a lot of them spoke English and the looks were so good. Some of their fashions were really good, especially like Chelsea Boy, really incredible. Envy Peru, the
I
winner.
heard. I heard about. Yeah, I haven't watched it. Oh,
I
they were the
enjoyed it.
winner.
I enjoyed it.
All
Anyway,
right.
so
So
this
yes.
past week's episode was the final episode of the season, the final official episode. Because we still have the reunion tonight, and we have the finale next week. But this was the final, like, competition based episode in the workroom.
Oh, okay. So from here on in, they're not in the workroom.
Correct. Correct.
Okay.
So we had our final four queens: Candy Muse, Rose, Simone, and Got Mick. And they got to have their spectacular Tic Tac lunches with Michelle and Rue. I hope you're hungry, girl.
Oh, I totally forgot about that. I was like, what did they do? I just remembered the song. So yeah, there's I do like that one-on-one. I kind of wish
I
they
do
had
as
more
well.
of that, to be honest.
Well,
Um,
I, I think that Rue just doesn't want to talk to people, and so having a one-on-one earlier in the season with more queens probably doesn't suit her idea of getting paid to show up, judge, and leave.
okay. That's
That's my guess. That's my guess.
that's
But
interesting.
that being said, I do enjoy the Tic Tac lunches because it's a chance for us to really like we're kind of getting to know the queens all throughout, but then you really get like those final few questions like what do they actually want? Like why are they there? All those things.
Yeah. Yeah, you really get to know the individuals on a much more personal level, sort of thing. And then you also get to see them in front of their idols, right?
It's true.
And it's you can see there's like a little glimmer in their eyes. If you don't see a glimmer in their eyes, I think half the time Rue's not really going to engage them, sort of
Yeah,
thing, you know.
yeah. I feel like
Um,
Michelle is there for when Rue's just not feeling it.
yeah, but Rue was really, really, really into Got Mick there.
Really into Gottmik, really enjoying Gottmik's story. Really enjoying learning about like her or yeah about her experiences getting into drag and how she identifies in drag, and also like his experience transitioning. Like it was a really interesting conversation.
Well, it's a history moment, right? This is the first,
First trans man
transgender.
to ever compete on the show, and first trans man to ever make it to the top four. So
Yeah, and they already went through like all these queens who are there have we've all had those. Like this journey hasn't necessarily been like completely smooth or whatever like that,
yeah.
right? Um, there's always been those little challenges and triumphs and stuff like that. But some of us, it's a bit of a longer, tough, rocky story sort of thing. And
Mm-hmm.
it was really nice listening to because you got to hear that from all four contestants, really, right?
Well,
Um,
except for Rose, who
yeah, that seemed a
because
little.
Rose is kind of the first queen who's made it to the top that we haven't had like I'm gonna say a sob story, like a story that makes you want to cry, because Rose was like I was supported. My family supported me. They come to my shows. They want me to be a star. Like you don't hear that very often on Drag Race, and I think you don't hear that very often in the gay community either. Most of the stories you hear are those negative ones about not fitting in, not feeling accepted, not being able to find your place. And Rose doesn't have that. And I actually think that that was a good bit of representation as well. Because
Mm.
it's good to identify that there are loving, caring families.
Oh yes, yes. Oh well, it's funny that you should say that because quite often they always say, you remember the bad things more than the good things.
Mm-hmm.
And I always have this one story from my history. The first time my mother went to go see me in drag, do a show, um, and I guess it was back in 2001 as well. But uh, the next day she went shopping, and she bought me some drag shoes, the glittery drag shoes. It was just really, really adorable. Um,
Oh.
Terrible on the feet. Terrible on the feet, but still, like, you're like, oh my God, my mother, like, really, really, like, really into this now. Like, wow.
Well, and
So,
when yeah,
it's good to talk about the good stories too.
the same thing here. Like when I first started doing drag, my parents were a little like well what? But then when I told them I was like I'm performing, they're like oh awesome great. And my mom's like oh well I have this fantastic like vintage belt that your grandmother gave me. Would you like it? And so it's like this leopard print like real leopard print fur belt from I'm gonna say like the 40s that I have like for my drag, which I absolutely adore. It's so cute.
Wait, I are you trying to tell me that you come from a long line of cougars?
Exactly. Yes, I come from a long line of leopard print aficionados.
Cougars.
Cougars.
Oh my gosh, that is a great story. That is a really great story too.
Yeah,
See, I like this about here we're talking about RuPaul's Drag Race, season 13. Everyone hates it, but we're able to draw out the good stuff.
have to draw out the good stuff. If you don't talk about the good stuff, then all you're left with is the depressing stuff, and then you're just sad.
Yeah.
Exactly. Speaking of sad, no kidding.
So
So
that was a really great discussion though about girl from New York there.
Rose,
Oh,
yes.
Rose. That
Um,
was a really good point.
so Candy also had a very lively
Oh,
discussion with Ro and Michelle. She is a character, and we know from many episodes past that they love her. They love her. They love her personality. They
yeah.
love her energy. But I thought it was really nice to see Michelle call finally Candy out on some of those outfits because Candy's runways have been rough. Like drag across the road a couple hundred meters.
Yeah, there have been a few of those outfits recently too, like the last runways
Mm-hmm.
and stuff. Yeah, that they have not really been thought out that much.
Well, it's an interesting point to think about that when the season runs this long, the girls start to run out of drag. So Candy, the wig that Candy wore on the runway this week, was actually a wig that Mick wore previously in one of the other challenges.
So I'm a little confused. So there was the COVID special that they did, and they talked about the challenges because when they were preparing to film, places were closed down. This
Mm-hmm.
was and that was closed down. So maybe that explains these outfits. But I thought I also heard about this episode. They asked all the queens to provide their final number looks ahead of time before they started filming. So
Yeah.
then at that point I'm like, oh, are they just changing things up or what's going on?
I don't know. I don't know. But I did hear actually that they had originally planned for 5 queens to do the song
Oh, where
because they
did you
had
hear that little
made
rumor? Ooh.
just the
Oh,
Reddits, the
oh, the Reddit.
Reddits.
Oh, she's on the Reddits now. I forgot about
Um,
that.
so apparently for the song "Lucky," which is the finale song, the final four had to record the song "Lucky" by RuPaul, which is a little bit of a bop, but not really my thing. Um, but apparently, those lingerie style corset outfits that they wore in the video, the producers had previously made 5 of them. So for Olivia as well as the other ones. However, we don't know if that was just in case Olivia stayed and Candy went, or if that was because there were supposed to be 5 people. No one knows.
Or you just have a backup fifth one that's like a petite size versus a large size. I don't know, like, as an
Also true.
emergency. Or you
Someone in the
just do
comments
it.
is saying they are false rumors, so
They...
maybe they're all false rumors, and I'm just spreading lies.
Well, this is a gossip show. This is tea. It's tea, dear.
It's Gossip Girl.
So going back to the one-on-one interviews, the Tic Tac lunch, I learned so much more about Simone Simonier, like that
Hmm.
I had no idea that there was a connection with Gigi Good.
I had
Um,
no idea either. The House of Avalon.
yeah, I had no idea, and just hearing the story of that, like when you, it kind of makes you like, oh my God, that's a movie. That's like Thelma and Louise movie right there.
Hmm. Well, I
Like
would
a
love to see
entire
Gigi and
house.
Simone.
Well, I did see some photos. They did some photo shoots together, yeah, black and white sort of photos, and it's beautiful, beautiful. Of course, they're both skinny, skinny ass bitches,
Of course. Of course.
of course. Um, but just to think, like, and the entire house of Avalon, as you called
Hmm.
it, picked up from like backwaters USA and moved to Atlanta, Georgia. Again, slightly backwaters USA, but bigger. Has some major gay scenes there too. So
Oh.
yeah, it was just like wow.
I really
Oh, I
enjoyed
forgot
getting to know. What?
I forgot I can show comments here. Hello from Ottawa.
How did you forget? You do it every week.
I know, I know. And here someone remembers my shoes. Those were cute shoes.
Aww.
Um
Saying hi to your sister.
No, only two can sew. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, yeah, and listening. So I kind of jumped into Simone Simonia. Did you want to talk about that one of one?
Um, I mean, I thought that Simone had a really interesting episode. Actually, the past couple episodes because she's really been kind of breaking down.
Wow, I know. Yes, sorry, sister. Oh my gosh. Anyway,
But
yeah, she's
yes,
been she's
she's
been
been having some emotional struggles.
Niagara Falls,
Hmm.
just coming down off her face. It's just insane.
Yeah.
Even in the one on ones and stuff like that. So I'm like, what's going on here? I don't understand.
I
Um,
think they probably made it to the end of the race. They're exhausted and she's feeling I mean, she was in the bottom. She had to fight. She's feeling like she's just trying to get there and now she's having to go through all this emotional stuff and also probably
oh, I just lost connection with Rowena. I was like, damn it. So what she was saying, oh, sorry, you're back now.
oh, what happened? Did I leave?
I lost you when you were just doing this. You're like, and
She hasn't told her story yet. The producers probably haven't we're telling her like you haven't told your story. You need to tell your story. So,
yeah, I clearly, yeah. This has been it's been a long stretch for us, let alone
mhm.
for them. So yeah, they're physically and emotionally exhausted at this point. So
Yeah.
yeah,
I mean, I'm physically and
Candy,
emotionally exhausted at this point.
yeah. Candy's one on one. I thought it was revealing. Like we all kind of figured that you don't want to be left alone in a dark hallway or something with Candy, and she reminded us, yes, that her life could have been different, uh,
Mhm.
and you
And
better
also
be
that
paying her.
she's not very respected. She's not very respected, which is unfortunate because you know what she is a talented performer. She is funny. She is actually quite good at makeup, despite a couple of the looks she's turned. And I think that 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 amounts for something. But unfortunately, she is a little bit abrasive, and I imagine that's part of the reason why.
I think I like her because she's less pageant queen and she's
Hmm.
more club queen,
She's
right?
definitely a club queen.
Yeah, yeah. She's more of a club queen. I'm drawn to that. I'm drawn to that. So
Yeah. So the
how come I'm not
final,
done up? Because I'm lazy. Sorry, Rowena.
so the final challenge. The girls had to write verses and then record for RuPaul's new song, Lucky. I won't say hit single because that's not happening. Um, her new
One of
song,
us is a
Lucky.
recording artist and one of us is a singer.
Singer!
But yeah,
So,
the writing of the lyrics and stuff, yeah.
the writing of the lyrics, and Mick was trying to go all preachy and happy, and the girls shot her down. They're like, no, no, girl, this is a brag track. You're talking about how good you are. Do you agree? Do you think that you need to brag on this final track?
I think I think well, one of the major things about this competition from a competitor point of view is that they need to create strong brands for themselves.
Yeah.
And by doing that in the song, and then that song maybe going on tour or whatever it is, because as we've seen, during COVID, sometimes you're going on tour with these COVID tours and you're redoing those songs and stuff like that. So I think it's important from at all points for the artist to be trying to think of their brand and how to promote their brand and sell their brand. So I think it's important to do that. But I also think for the competition is to put something that it sounds lyricy, like lyrical,
Lyricy.
um, and
Lyricy.
and,
It's a lyric in and it's in key.
and a yeah, and a little bit of humor in there too, because that's what the judges kind of
Yeah.
always draw to, right?
Everyone
So
likes a good laugh. Not everyone likes something serious. A good laugh is always good choice.
yeah, yeah. So I thought. Yeah, I think their choice. I don't remember their lyrics right now.
All
I
I
just remember.
remember is that Candy took a lyric from Gigi Good or from yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Gigi Good from last season. But I just thought that was funny. She borrowed a lyric.
She borrowed a lyric.
Yeah, it's like from the hood to Hollywood.
Oh, okay.
But anyways, no big deal. I honestly none of the verses really stood out to me. Like the song was the song was fine. I thought their performances were all really good. They all had their
Oh,
own little feel. They all had their own, I'm gonna say shtick, but they all felt very very together in that they all fit the song, but they all felt a little bit different and very true to the performer.
yeah. I liked how Gottmik kind of went back to kind of traditional Gottmik face, which I think was a
Mm-hmm.
really important thing to do.
Yeah.
Because especially again tying it back into the branding sort of thing. Um,
Rose did
Rose,
a very like traditional Broadway esque kind of
yes, and
dance
you would
number with the
expect that.
background.
And the lyrics too were very kind of Broadway esque,
Mm-hmm.
like New Yorky, and you would expect that from her, right?
Yes. Simone was sensual and enchanting as always, playing it on the patio
And
chair.
she was nervous with the dance moves. I remember that, but when I saw that on the final product, she looked really good. Like they all
Mm-hmm.
looked like flawless to me.
Yep.
I didn't see anything wrong with it. Was it Candy? Was it Candy who did something lyrically that I was just like, wow, that's just insane, and I was able to half comprehend it.
I think if you could understand any of Candy's lyrics, you won.
No, I think it was fairly clear though. She was enunciating fairly well, I
Well, they
thought.
did tell
Uh,
her. They did tell her, and in the aside with Michelle and Rue, Michelle did say that she had to work with Candy to get some like enunciation into that recording.
oh, did she? Okay. I know they always joked around about putting subtitles, and they have done put subtitles on her before. So,
I love when they subtitle the queens.
but oh, Candy, I'm still in love with. I think I'm in love with Candy, to be honest, because I still love the fact that she was like this. She was already big, before the show started with those crazy memes and stuff like that. The sitting alone in the
Hmm.
VIP and stuff. Um, like wow, and but got Mick though. Like I'm starting to see a lot of their images now. Now that we're in
Like
the
who they're going to
final.
be.
Like Rose released a couple of videos of her in the Mary Queen of Scots kind of character,
Hmm.
and that was freaking hilarious. And then I see this photo shoot. Oh, and TikToks of Got Mick doing TikToks where she calls other Drag Race fans and just like, oh, sorry, there's another call coming in. Like I don't know, these things are just suddenly coming to me, and
Hmm.
yeah, I think it's all part of the whole branding thing. But anyway, let's keep talking about the show because
Yeah.
I watched an episode of something and I kind of want to talk about it a little bit.
Okay, so they did their performances, and honestly, like no standouts. I thought they were all equally good.
Yeah.
But then the runways. So their final runways, I can
Oh dear
describe them too
God.
if you don't remember,
I
was
have.
drag excellence. So honestly, at this point, it should be your best drag or something that really represents you. So the first outfit was Mick, and I live. Mick came down the runway in this form-fitting black and white polka dot that basically looked like a mixture between a Dalmatian and a poodle, which I
Oh
think should be
yes.
called a poomation
A
or a doodle, a deloodle,
deludo.
a deloodle, or a poomation. I don't know. Anyone? Anyways, so she had it done up all the way onto her face. She had spots on her face. You could see the real makeup and the black and white makeup. And then her hair was teased so much that she made it angry, but then calmed it down again. And it was so perfect. It was just perfect.
Yeah, I brought up a photo. Yeah, thank you. This is reminding me total. Yeah, that was a lovely look, wasn't it?
Hmm.
I love the dress too. That it had there was small holes,
Yep.
circular holes to see through to the skin there. So the dots are applied onto the skin, but the skin are also dots, and even the makeup. Oh, that one eye was basically like it was the white um, makeup sort of thing, but the one eye was not covered in white makeup. Yeah, I really loved Gottmik's look there.
Hmm. And if you watch her makeup tutorial, it's so interesting to see how she does it too. Because she actually did the full face first and then painted the like skin tone areas. So she did the full
Oh,
face in white and then paints the skin tone. So it's actually makeup, but it looks like her skin.
well, that's a really smart move. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, you would put the dark over top of the light.
Mm-hmm. So
Um,
then next up was Candy. And Candy wore this very interesting, like 60s inspired sheer mini dress that honestly, not colors I would have chosen. Brown and blue and orange, but it looked really good on her. And this is the wig I was talking about that's actually got mixed wig.
oh, that's got mixed wig.
Pretty sure either it's got mixed wig or it's Candy's wig and Gottmik used it at one point. But so I actually have a theory that this outfit was meant to be Candy's sheer outfit from the very first episode,
Yeah.
because you know how the one group had to do the vamp look and the lady look, and the other group had to do the sheer look and
Oh.
the other look, whatever. But because they don't know which group they're going to be in the first challenge, they have to bring both. So I think that Candy just used her sheer look.
Who know? Yeah. That's an interesting theory there. Um, that they may have had the dresses already prepared ahead of time, but then they may have switched them up
Well, because
for
this doesn't.
when to
T-
have them.
to me, this outfit doesn't seem like Candy's best drag.
It's a little too busy. I only have I only have a photo. I'm a
Mm-hmm.
photo of her front here. It's a little busy. I did like the little details. So she's wearing like a lime green earrings. There's a little lime green bow tie here, and she has lime green nails.
But what I
Um,
mean is, it doesn't feel like Candy's drag. Like, to
no,
me, it doesn't feel like Candy. It feels like a look, which is good. It's a good look, but it doesn't feel like Candy's drag.
you're right. You're right.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, you're right. This doesn't feel club. It doesn't feel club at all. Like, like whatever. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, it doesn't seem like it.
So if I had to state my least favorite on the runway, it would be Candy's. Um,
Because I would almost say Rosé's was my least favorite.
oh, see, I
Um,
really
the
like Rosé's, except that I don't think it fit her very well.
Well, I think she was trying to do a different shape. She was trying to do some kind of shapes that were kind of coming off the body, sort of
Mm-hmm.
thing. Um, Playing around with the fabric that this traditional fabric does not do this, but she was
Well,
playing
no,
with it,
she did some pleats, she did some cowling, some
which is a
draping,
traditional thing for because she was wearing what do they call that?
plaid,
Tartan.
tartan, plaid.
Tartan be to her Scottish heritage and stuff like that. Actually, it was interesting in the interview. You finally understood a little bit more of that Scottish heritage because I kept using air quotations because I'm like, I don't hear a Scottish accent in you at all.
It's because she was born in
And
Scotland.
she was, and she spent the first like 5 years of her life over there or something like that, then
Mm-hmm.
moved over. But I don't know. I was like, this is your dress? Like
I
I don't
did
know.
I really loved the idea. Like, to me, it was like kilt in reverse, kilt done every way, but I did think it was too much, like too big, because it felt bulky watching her walk down the runway. Like, she had
Oh yeah.
shape. She managed to have shape, but it felt like she was 4 or 5 sizes bigger than she actually is.
Well, and that's down to the fabric.
Yeah.
You know, Tartan is great. Like, it's amazing what she was able to do with it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Yeah.
And then Simonia. Oh my, like
Uh,
that was pretty elegant.
So I love the way that this dress, when her sleeves are like in her body, when her arms were down, it looked like the sleeves were part of the gown. And then she lifts up her arms and they're actually just long extended sleeves. Haha, we had a vote for Pumation.
Uh, yes, the sleeves down to oh, that was just
Down to the floor.
beautiful and elegant. Oh, oh, Ian's in here. Ian's here. I'm late to the show. Sorry. Did we talk about how Candy looked like someone else painted? Oh,
I don't, you know what? So they said during the show, not this episode, but previous episodes, that Candy is a makeup artist. And like Mick acknowledged that Candy actually has more certifications in makeup than Mick does. So
yeah.
I imagine that like Candy was probably playing around with her makeup during the show, trying to give some different things. And I think this is one episode where doing her makeup, she did it well. She did it right. Now, if someone else did her makeup for her, then that would explain why she did it right. But
Well, let me take a look at the photo again. Well, her eyebrows are a little different than she normally does.
Maybe a
So
little
if
toned
this,
down.
if
Maybe she got some advice.
um, yeah, they seem a little shorter to be honest. But if this was supposed to be your drag though too, like, yeah, this doesn't really look like Candy's makeup per se.
No,
But then
and
again,
same with the outfit. So
and and when it comes to Rosé's makeup, I'm not too sure if I like that makeup look to be honest. But I think it does look like Rosé.
it looks like Rosé's makeup, and I do like it. I just I think that her freckles probably. I mean, when I see freckles on someone, I think of Juicebox from Canada's Drag Race, and Juicebox's freckles look amazing. They don't
Yeah,
necessarily look real, but they look really good. Whereas Rosé's freckles looked fake.
yeah. But
Um,
when it comes to Gottmik though, that was a true Gottmik kind of look.
that was got Mick
And
all the way and
yeah,
just gorgeous.
and
Gorgeous.
Simone Simonia. Yeah, my
Oh my
God.
god, the jewels in her cornrows.
Yes,
It was
yes,
just such a good
Queen.
detail. And to have no jewels anywhere else but just in her hair and her earrings, like, fantastic. It
Yeah,
was actually a really simple outfit.
yeah, yeah. So the fabric though, was it kind of like a
80s
two-tony
old
sort of
lady.
80s? No.
It was, though. It's what I imagine, that kind of semi-metallic, really, like, coarse, but lightweight fabric that a lot of, like, women's dresses were, like the 80s bridesmaids dresses. That's kind of what
Like
that.
you're talking like sateen,
Yeah,
or
like a
you're talking
sateen,
about?
like a really really weird fabric, and not a fun fabric to work with, but it looked gorgeous.
Oh my
So
God,
that's all
beautiful,
that matters.
beautiful, beautiful.
That's all that matters.
So we're getting some questions here about the get painting sort of thing here. So questions whether or not like um Candy was painted by Gottmik. I so what I am taking from this whole journey as well. Sorry, my voice is going. Is that RuPaul is also looking for a second makeup artist. I get this impression
What?
because throughout this entire program, RuPaul's like, "Oh, you did that, Cop Mick? Oh, you do makeup for blah blah blah. Oh, and I'm like Raven. Uh,
So this is a
you,
theory. This is a theory you have.
this is my theory. This is
Okay.
no unsupported. But I'm getting the impression that RuPaul is looking for a new makeup artist to do her face.
I think she's very
So,
happy with Raven. I think she's happy with Raven as her
well, I
makeup
wouldn't be
artist.
surprised if there was some, moonlighting or something like that, especially with COVID, and if Rue's going to have to jump on, like,
Right. And well, we all know that Rue's not going to paint herself, so
is she going to be in Australia?
she already filmed it.
Oh yeah, that's right. It's already filmed.
It filmed a while ago.
But she was in Australia though. She
She
was doing
was.
that.
She had
Oh,
to.
okay.
She went to Australia. She quarantined. All that fun stuff. So did Michelle.
Where did so sorry, I'm going off the off topics, but where did they film? Was it in Sydney or
In
Melbourne
New
or
Zealand. They filmed in Auckland.
I'm sorry, what? I
They
thought this was Drag Race Australia.
Well, it's Drag Race Down Under. So it's Australia and New Zealand queens.
Oh, okay. That just seems messed up.
Why? Why? They're like they're right beside each other. And UK technically, like Scotland and Ireland, are not Britain. So
But it's the United Kingdom.
it's not so united anymore.
Well, no, it's still United Kingdom. So
But yeah,
Wales. So they had Welsh people in there. They had English
but
people
that's
in
the
there.
thing.
They had
It's Drag
Scottish.
Race Down Under. It's not Drag
Did
Race Australia. It's Drag Race Down Under.
Well,
So
Down Under always says Australia to me, not New Zealand. But no, I'm not saying that that's a bad thing. But these are they're two different countries, and they see themselves as two different cultures and everything too.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's just weird merging. Well, we'll see how it goes. Obviously, is there going to be a competition between like Australian queens versus New Zealand queens?
Probably. Just like there's competition between the Scottish queens and the British queens and the Irish queens and the Welsh queens. Like it's all the same. Those are all different countries.
English, Welsh,
English,
Scottish, Irish. There we go.
Welsh.
Yeah. Australia, UK, S3.
So what that's
Oh,
saying is that Australia, UK season 3, and International All Stars have already filmed, and RuPaul hosted all three of them. International All Stars just filmed in the UK, I believe, actually, um, at the same soundstage, just in March. So it just happened. And then Rue is casting for season 14 happened in January. So that'll be filming this summer. And All Star 7, of course, will be filming as well because Rue can't get enough of herself.
oh
And then
my
also, Canada's
gosh.
Drag Race season 2 starts filming in May. So,
The poor, we're always the poor cousins, damn it.
well, we don't get RuPaul, which means we probably don't have those insane contracts.
So international then. So did we get anyone from season 1 of Canada's Drag Race competing in the international one? Do we know? Yeah, there. You're shaking your head. Yes. Okay.
I do. I'm
Uh,
aware of 2 Canadian queens who are competing on International All Stars, but that would be a spoiler, and I'm not going to say that here. But if you want to
okay.
find out, it's all on Google. Just Google it. You'll know. They have those YouTube videos. I was enjoying
Okay.
it because I follow a bunch of the queens on Twitter, and of course, when they disappear for a month and they come back, people notice. So that is correct. Those 2 that are in the comments right now. Um, but when
What?
they come back, they
Oh.
always are like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. Like my phone broke." And then one of the British queens was like, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I slipped. I broke both my thumbs, and my mommy took away my phone."
Oh my
It's just
gosh.
they know that people know that they're disappearing, so they don't even try and hide it anymore. But they can't say they're on it, so they just play it up.
I thought they would have taken like the winners of the various seasons, but okay.
Well, that would be the winter season, which I'm
Which
sure
they
is
could.
coming
They
soon.
could. Who knows? Who
Yes,
knows?
I'm sure it's happening.
Oh my gosh.
So,
Oh my gosh.
anyways, back to the episode. The final
Yeah.
4 came down the runway. They got their critiques. Everyone was a positive critique. They talked to the photos of themselves. Lots of people
Oh.
cried. RuPaul fake cried. And in the end, they all had to lip sync for their life.
Oh yes.
Yes, every
Individually.
single one, individually, to Whitney Houston.
Which song was it again? It
I
was
don't remember.
What You Looking At? Da, 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 da. No, it wasn't that one.
No, that was not right.
Why you looking at me? No, it wasn't that one. Oh, it'll come to me.
Winner's season will include Canada's Drag Race Season 3 winner, Rowena Whey.
Wait, what? Did he just type that?
Yes,
How
that's in the
dare you?
comments.
How dare you? You are banned. Banned.
Hey, I previously told Ian that I will be competing against Yaya Torres in Season 3 of Canada's Drag Race. This is my mission. It's going to happen. So we'll see.
Oh, I forgot to turn our names back on here. There we go. um, with runner-up Tiffany Morgan, I hope you're going to say, Ian,
Oh, of
like,
course,
hello.
with Miss Congeniality, Tyffanie Morgan.
Fresh out of rehab. Oh my god.
So, basically, all that amounted to no one went home.
Yeah, all those nose hairs were plucked to cause the waterworks and stuff like that, but no one went home.
No one
All
went home,
four are
and we
going.
have a final 4. Surprised? No.
Do you think they're just hedging their bets for like, so, in case someone gets COVID and can't film the last
So
episode?
the last episode was filmed last week. They actually filmed a full finale, like in an auditorium. So very similar to previous seasons. And I have the tea that it is going to be lip sync battles. So just like previously, where it's two versus two and then the final two. So I'm very excited to see, because I do believe that all four are good lip syncers. But I
Yeah.
actually think that, unfortunately, because of the structure, I don't think Gottmik is going to win. And whereas I think that Gottmik probably could win otherwise.
Well, let's just say that I think everyone's a winner.
Oh,
I think everyone's a
participation
winner.
prizes.
Participation, exactly. All you poor millennials. Uh, who do I think will actually come home with the crown? I I don't. I wonder if it. I bounce between Candy and Simone.
See, I think Simone will win. Um, I think that she has earned it. Um, Although I do think that, so here's my rundown. I want Rose to win because I think that she's the most talented, um, and the most professional, and probably has worked the hardest. Um, However, I I think that Gottmik should win, and because of all of these hurdles that she's had to face, and how just good she came out on the show, even though she didn't know she was going to be. But I think that Simone will win because of her track record and because she has that charisma when performing that the judges love and the audience loves. And I have loved every one of her performances. So if she can bring anything new, I think that she'll win. I Candy's a good lip syncer. I think she might win a lip sync battle. I don't know who she's going to lip sync against, but I think she might win one. But I don't think she'll win. And if she does win, I'm going to be very upset.
And I won't be upset if Candy wins. I think Rose is not going to be like she. I don't think she's going to win this. How? Why do I think she's not going to win this? I I I think
In a
I think she's
year
a great.
in a year that included Black Lives Matter and Black Trans Lives Matter and so many uh, legislations put out against trans lives, I think that this is the year. I mean, last year was the year to have a winner who is a person of color, but this year is really the year to have a winner who is a person of color or a person who is not a cis white man. So, politically speaking, I think that Simone or Mick should win, but I think that they will win based on their talent because I think that they both deserve to win.
Yeah, yeah. Gottmik, I think I think Gottmik's a winner in at the end of this anyway. We've
Yeah.
discovered that Gottmik can is a chameleon, can be thrown into challenges and come
Do
up
I
to
blend in with this
on top.
Hawaiian background?
What?
Do I blend in with my Hawaiian background?
No, no, you don't.
No? Oh, okay.
No, you don't. But like she rises to the top is a star. Is like I think RuPaul
Mm-hmm.
said it in the TikTok interviews. You are a star. You are definitely a star, and whatever you do is gonna go well, sort of thing. Um, got huge talent.
Mm-hmm.
Winner.
Huge talent.
Winner. I don't know. Candy. Yeah, great talent there too. Rose, really great talent and is really great rose, really great
Mm-hmm.
performer. But I like when it comes to maybe I'm leaning more to Simone than winning this season.
She
Um,
flips. She said candy.
I said Candy first, didn't I?
You did. Well,
I
the
said
good thing
between
is we
Candy
don't
and
find out
Simone.
tonight.
I said
We
between
don't
Candy and
find out
Simone.
tonight.
We get to find
Tonight's the
out tonight.
reunion.
That's right.
Tonight's the
Tonight's the
reunion.
reunion.
We don't have to
That's
make
great.
any
So let me.
predictions.
No predictions. I had major issues. So yeah, between Candy and Simone, like I'm like one of them. I think that yeah, it'd be a nice twist if Candy won, and then you'd have people just up in arms, but they'd be so engaged though too. Like,
Hmm.
you know,
It's
um,
true.
but we get to watch it. So I had issues streaming it last week's episode, so that's why I was like, I had to watch it like 3, 4 times to like be able to
Oh.
watch it. So thank you for reminding me about the outfits there.
Oh, no problem. No
Oh,
problem.
we got a big comment here. If Candy wins, I'm with Rowena. I will be upset. As a betting man, I would say Rose will win, and Gottmik deserves all the praise she is getting. Not saying Simone does not deserve to win. Okay. So some people are saying Rose. They think Rose will win.
Hmm. I mean, I would be good for any of the three of the four.
Yeah, there we go. Okay.
Not like, yeah, that's about it. That's all I have to say on that matter. But so tonight's episode is the reunion. We get to see all the tea come out. I always like watching it. Sometimes it turns out to be a little lackluster, but I think there'll be some interesting discussions, and I'm betting that Rue is actually in drag for this one and not in a face mask.
That was terrible last
Terrible.
year. Terrible. Oh my god. Like couldn't she even like she chose not to even try.
Well, she doesn't do her makeup, so.
And that's why I feel totally entitled to do this show without putting on a lip a lick of lipstick.
Because you are just as famous as RuPaul.
Exactly.
Exactly.
I'm not delusional at all.
Delusion.
Delusion. So I wanted to, yeah, there we go. Oh,
That's not the right poster, girl.
no, I know it's not the right poster, but it's the only one that I have laying around right now.
So the
So
Boa
that's not the
show.
right date. That's not the right date. But so there is Boa's coming to Kingston. Is Boa still coming to Kingston? Boa's still coming to Kingston, right?
Boa was coming on March 20 or May 29th, which is after the new stay-at-home order ends. So no, 26th? May 26th?
Oh,
It's
I've
Saturday.
lost track. It's a Saturday.
No, I got it. One sec. It is May 29th. I was right. May 29th.
May 29th. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a Saturday, May 29th. Not what this poster says, because this poster had to be changed twice because of
Yes.
COVID. Thank you, COVID.
So presumably it's still that date. We'll find out if it's not, and we'll let everybody know. But
But go to it. Go to Eventbrite.
go to Eventbrite. However, you can also go to my virtual bingo. So no matter what the lockdown status is, this is still happening because it's virtual, and you can't get COVID through your computer. So
Variant
go to the
COVID
Facebook
virus.
event, follow it. It'll be on Zoom and Instagram. There will be prizes, and it's free to play. And all donations and all tips will be given to Hars Kingston through the PWA Bike Rally, which I am participating in this year, assuming it happens. So participate in my bingo and donate.
Yay! Participate in your bingo.
Woo!
Don't mess with my bingo. Don't mess with my bingo.
Well, I think we're done for the night, girl. That's the episode. We just have
Well, and I. Okay.
yeah. Sorry, what did you want to say?
Well, if you're watching this live right now, tune in for Tyffanie TV tomorrow, Saturday, April the 17th at 7 p.m. And it'll be another shit show. So join in for that, and I hope to see you there too.
Hope to see you there.
Yeah, listen to our podcast. You can go to our website, themapletea.ca,
You can
to
go
find the
to-
links. You can.
Yeah, you can go to Spotify, Apple Music, You can go to Google Podcasts and TuneIn to get all of your podcast maple tea needs.
Exactly. And, you can follow us on our Facebook page, The Maple Tea.
And on our
And
personal Instagrams and Facebooks. Rowena
yeah.
Whey,
And if you follow us on
Tyffanie Whey,
Facebook, on our page, you'll get notifications when we go live.
which is very important. You need
Very
reminders.
important.
You need reminders. Well, good night, everyone. Thanks for listening or watching with us. And we will see you next week for more What's the Maple Tea?
All right. Later, sweet peas. Bye-bye.